Hi friends and family, this is Gina again with another video on the topic of detachment. I hope you are well. I hope that things are working out for you, and I just want you to know that I don't necessarily know who's watching these videos, but I love you and I'm praying for you. I pray that these videos will be a blessing to you. If they are, please like them. If you feel like you know someone that they would benefit, please share them with somebody else and make a kind comment in the description below, in the comments below, if you so choose, or you have some suggestions for yourself. So in the vein of talking about the discussion of detachment, what I want to say in this video is, I think many of us, we spend our time kind of bailing out our loved ones. They call, they ask for help, and we dutifully help. Or they just tell us what the problem is, and we make suggestions. I'll this, I'll that. I'll figure it out. I'll call for you. I'll do this. I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I've got the money. All this, we jump right in. So, we volunteer to enable. So what I want to ask you is, I'm not pointing a finger, I'm just talking about myself. Many different scenarios I've been in. Those are suggestions, or those are examples of many scenarios I've been in. So I'm just talking about myself. But if they ring a bell, if they sound familiar, then please just accept it as you feel like it fits your situation. If that's not you, and that's not been a problem for you, then good for you. Good for you. But I just want to suggest that if it has been a problem for you, and maybe you've made some of those same decisions that I've made, let's just talk about benefits and reaping the rewards. So I'm just wondering, has that really worked? Like if let's say it's your kid or it's your spouse, it doesn't matter to me. It's your brother, it's your sister. It could be your parent. Parents I know can drain their kids dry if they have an addiction. But let's just say they need money and they call you and they tell you, the electricity got turned off, or the car payment is due, or, I don't have groceries in the house, and they don't really want to talk about why that is, but they want to just tell you the problem, and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to the store tomorrow. I'll see what I'll pick you up some things. Send me a list and I'll pick you up some things. And, we just try to solve the problem. And what I want to know from you personally is, has that ever really solved anything? I mean, really? Has it fixed anything? Has it made that person more responsible for their own behaviors, or more responsible for their own actions? It really hasn't me. I've not seen a long-term reward from that kind of approach to my loved ones' lack of responsibility, or my loved ones' addiction results. Just trying to be as kind as I can here. So I just don't think enabling gets the results we want. But one thing it does is it puts a Band-Aid over top for us. So like it's a Band-Aid for me. So if I know that, I can just for $177 go pay the electric bill, and their electric is on, and I know that they're not cold or hot. I know they're not cold and hot. I know they're not suffering. I know that in my mind I've solved a problem. I've only put a Band-Aid on a situation that's going to come back next week or next month, or if it's groceries, or they need gas or whatever. And I'm not going to say at all that I'm the person that wants to just let somebody sit on the side of the road that needs gas. I don't like it. I want to bring you a 5-gallon can of gas and get you back on the road. And I probably want to have a talk with you about, how we can avoid this in the future, and how you can have the money to put gas in your own car. And it just depends on if we're dealing with an addiction, or we're dealing with just, poor planning. If we're dealing with poor planning, you can maybe take a slow road approach. if you are dealing with addiction, you really, really, really need to try to not, well, this is my opinion, it's important to try to let natural consequences come when they may. You're not forcing them to happen. You're not doing anything out of revenge or resentment to cause them to happen. You're not trying to get so-and-so fired, or you're not trying to break up so-and-so, working behind the scenes to wreak havoc. No, 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 no. We're not doing any of that. But we're kind of just letting natural consequences fall where they may. And then hopefully that's going to cause that person to be uncomfortable in this vein, in this path, and decide they want to choose another path. And then if they call and they say they're ready for recovery, or they're ready to go to an Al-Anon meeting, or they're ready to go to an AA meeting, be very supportive. Be willing to go with them. Be willing to pick them up and take them. Be willing to, just support that in any way you can. But you're supporting things that are toward recovery instead of supporting things that are making it seem to them that there's no consequences for their actions. Because the truth is, I love this. If this is 1 to 10 being consequences for behaviors, something really has to be a 10 before it's even a 1 to a person with addiction, because they're not noticing all these other things. They don't care if their clothes are dirty. They don't care if the house is dirty. They don't care if the grass isn't mowed. They don't care if they're on their 3rd strike at work. They don't care about all those things. They only care when things get absolutely insane and off the rails. So as long as we are picking up the pieces for all these other things, they're going to feel like they are really, really, really holding it together. And they are really, really, really some kind of person, because they can juggle all this stuff. And they don't even know that you're down there, catching all these balls and keeping everything going and keeping everything afloat. And you're going crazy, and you're letting your own life suffer. You're letting your own mental health suffer. You're letting your own physical health suffer. You're not taking care of yourself, and you're not managing your own priorities because you're so busy trying to hold the essentials of life together for them, whether that is your spouse. For me, that was my spouse, or whether it's another family member or another loved one. So I just want to encourage you to take what you like and leave the rest. If you feel like this doesn't apply to you, I just ask you, like I did in the last video, to just mentally leave the door open a crack, just a crack, so that you can let in what may or may not apply to you. I'm trying to be so very gentle, because I know the topic of detachment did not come easily to me. The topic of, I will tell you, self-care did not come easily to me. Detachment did not come easily to me. And so I just want to gently introduce them to you, because they were gently introduced to me. At Al-Anon, I know I've talked about Al-Anon in the past. I just want to give a plug there. If you are a person that you would like to, there is hope and help for you in a program, a 12-step program of recovery for friends and families of alcoholics or addicts called Al-Anon. My personal experience was incredible. I went for 8 straight years. That's a little fuzzy toward the end, because my husband had had his wreck, and I was traveling back and forth to another state for his spinal cord injury recovery. And I know I'm telling things that I don't have the time to fill in all the gaps. But anyway, my heart was still there. I was still part of the group. I was still doing what I could. And I went as often as I could. And that was for 8 years. So, but I was probably very, very dependable and devoted 6.5 or so years. And so, anyway, I love you. I hope this is helpful. And if you want, please seek out an actual group that they will get you plugged in to that 12-step program and how it will help you. But if this also is help to you, or if that doesn't really seem like what you're ready for and this is what you want, I pray that you will be blessed by these topics. Let me know in the comments below If you have questions about detachment, I'd love to talk about them. I think I said in the last video, we could literally make 100 videos on detachment. That's just how much there is probably to say. And I don't know how many I'm going to make in this series, but it's not going to be anywhere near 100. I'll tell you that much right now. So feel free to comment, share, and like. And until next time, I love you. Bye.